Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Eruvin Perek Tet Mishnah Aleph. Over here in this Mishnah and much of this Perek, we're going to discuss rooftops. So, could you carry from one rooftop to the next? Right? Is the rooftop considered part of the reshut that the house is? Like, is that same? Is the roof of that house, or do we look at all the rooftops of the city as its own separate reshut? Right? So that's going to be the machloket in our Mishnah. Kol gagot ha'ir reshut hat. Right, according to the Bimir, we'll see all the rooftops of the city are one reshut, they're one domain, right? Like almost like it's a municipality thing. It's all one reshut yachid. Right, as long as one isn't higher than 10, less than 10, so they're within 10 tefachim apart. And that's according to the Bimir, right? So you're allowed to carry from one roof to the next. Now, Harambam explains that when Rabbi Meir says that they're one reshut, right? He has an interesting pirush of how to explain Rabbi Meir, but he says this is when, right? He says, but when they are separate from one another, right? They're still separate roofs, right? They're not connected to one another. According to him, you're not allowed to carry from one to the next anyway. Why? Separately, because of a gezerah. Because he says, if you have two domains and they're together as one, you're not allowed to carry from one to another. And he brings the example, if you have a pillar in a reshut yachid, right? So a pillar is a reshut yachid in itself, and it's in another reshut yachid. So it's a reshut yachid within a reshut yachid. Let's say it belongs to different people. So you're not allowed to carry from one to the next. So similarly over here, he has a gezerah that you can't carry from one roof to the next. Chamim say each and every one is its own domain. Right? If they're their own domain, each one is a separate reshut yachid, so you're not allowed to carry from one reshut yachid to the next. Right? Not because of a gezerah, but really because of in general, you can't carry. Rabbi Shimon omer, echad gagot, ve'echad hatzirot, ve'echad karpefot, lekelim sheshavtu betochan, ve'lo lekelim sheshavtu betoch habayit. So Rabbi Shimon comes and says, and Al-Kha is going to be like Rabbi Shimon, and he says all the rooftops and all the courtyards and all the karpefot, right? Karpefot are, these enclosed areas that people aren't living in. But the point over here is all three of these places, people don't live in these places, right? It's not fit for living quarters. So if you had kilim, if you had utensils that were there before Shabbat, right? Before Shabbat rolled in. So that's their domain. They're in any of those areas, they're allowed to move to another one. So they could go from the rooftop to the courtyard to the karpef, from the karpef to another roof. They could keep on moving around within all those non-livable domains, and they're allowed to carry from one to the next without an eruv. You don't need an eruv to do that. And the point over here, though, is if you had, kelim that were in the house on Shabbat. So Friday night they were in your house, you brought them out, Shabbat morning, you brought them into your courtyard. Those you cannot take from the courtyard to the roof, wherever you want to take them. It's only specific to kelim that were in any of these places, the courtyards, before Shabbat started. And we don't have a gezerah, to say, we allow them to take it from the courtyard to the roof, and the roof to the, all around. We're not going to see, we may think, we have to make a gezerah that people may think they're allowed to carry from their house to the courtyard and the courtyard to the roof, and etc. We don't have that gezerah. Rather, as we said, and halakha is like Rabbi Shimon, that you're allowed to move an item that was there from before Shabbat, that was in the courtyard before Shabbat, to a roof, and a roof to another roof, without an eruv, as we explained.